Hello, this is Lee Hamilton. Today I'm going to be talking about the GeoMax Zipp 10R Pro. So I want to take you into the settings first, because one of the first things we want to do when we get this gun is set it up correctly, set it up to your preferences. So if you go over here to menu, you can get to settings in two ways, but this way shows you the full menu. Now up here you'll see you're in the main menu. You're on page 1 of 2. These F choices here correspond down here to these big buttons. I like to use the big buttons most of the time because my hands are big, but there are times where I will use the numbers. Pay attention to these numbers on the right. They correspond to the pad up here. But when you go to page 2, by paging down here, you'll see that these numbers also increase, whereas these F numbers repeat because they're only corresponding. This whole menu actually has 8 items, 2 pages, and so there's only 4 F buttons. That's why it does that. So if you memorize this menu, you know settings is number 5. You're starting from the root screen and you hit menu, you can just hit 5 right here. You don't have to page to that second page. That's why you have these numbers. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now we're in settings. Okay, the next one is system info. You can go here, F3. This just shows you the type of instrument. This is a 5-second. This also comes in a 2-second, I believe, but this is the 5-second. You got a software version over here. If you need to look, they do release on their website other versions that you can upload. These are some menu items that are they're actually called applications or apps. They're in this gun working right now. So we can hit back, set your date. Now when you save your job or you export your points, it's going to hard write that file onto your data stick or your USB drive, and it's going to date it, and it's going to put the time based on the values you have in the gun. Now if you ever want to sort your data to find that file quickly, which is very useful, I recommend that you do that to find your files. It's very simple. You just hit up on the view menu, you just hit sort by last modified, and the file you just exported will be on the top. But in order for that to work, these values have to be correct. You can scroll up here to the top and you can change the format: month, day, year, year, month, day, day, month, year. This is a kind of a European standard. This is pretty much what we use here in America, and you'll see this in a lot of computer coding world. So let's see, month, day, year. 10/28 happens to be today. So I'm gonna hit OK. Oh, let me show you how to edit that. So yeah, when you're on here, you just basically type it in, and see it flips through. 2016. You can clear the whole thing. You can delete it. You can insert halfway through. 10/28 2016. Enter. OK. Then your time, that's here. 24-hour time or 12-hour time. I prefer 24-hour time. There's no confusion when I use that. Here is where you'll type that in, just the same. I'm not going to type it in because I got my seconds already set. I timed that with a clock, so I'm just going to keep that. But basically it's the same way. You start typing, it's going to start in the hours, go to minutes, and then go to seconds. We'll hit OK. Alright, and once we have that set, we can go back, or you can hit escape right here. So we're going to go back, and now we've gone through all the general settings. So now we'll hit escape. Now we're back to the main menu. From here, let me escape all the way back out to the root. This is where we were. This is the first thing we talked about. You can see now my prism changed. If you remember earlier, it was the non-prism symbol. Now it's the prism symbol. I still have the custom icon next to it.